live, which should be interesting. Anyway, so happy Thursday, I guess. Um, if anyone knows how to do like TikToks from the computer, I mean genuinely, I don't mean like, well, you do this, you set up an RT. I know how to set up RTMP servers, but there's a trick to actually getting it on TikTok that you don't have to do on YouTube or Instagram. Instagram simply if you you have to set up an RTMP server on your computer that redirects to Instagram, which isn't that difficult to do. And there are quite a few freely available ones. Another conversation, but for like, I think it's Yellow Dog is one. Anyway, I'm getting beyond myself. So like TikTok, you really have to. It's like extra, extra special secret. I mean, like more secret than the military. So yeah, like if anyone knows how, please let me know in the comments. I would love to start setting up lives by RTMP on TikTok because I would seriously go crazy with that. And good reason. I mean, come on. Uh, so yeah, that would be fun. Plus, I have a number of good people, including my friends at CCSD, CUNY Coalition for Students with Disabilities, who would benefit off the tech. So yeah, really good stuff. That being said, let's get on. So, why am I making this? I have absolutely no idea. It is back to school, kids. Back to spring semester, I mean, for me and for all the adult kids going back to college, pretty much. This is literally the last day for those who have Friday classes tomorrow. I mean, there could be exceptions, but pretty much tomorrow is your start. The rest of us will start next week. Um, but of course, that's only according to City Tech's calendar. For some other people, let's say Culture Staten Island or Bronx community, you may have different dates. So I'm not gonna judge. Teach their own. So seriously, that's what I feel like some of the time. It's like I'm going to be getting up early in the morning, and I have to pull teeth to like get people together and to get things into action. And it's like it's really fun being the president of the SGA. Like being on top is a ball. No, it isn't. But it's also it's pretty rewarding as well. Um, but yeah. So aside from that, I'm really looking forward to getting into the SGA office, which still I see nothing in fruition. So, if we're going to start being in person, I may start making surprise visits or a surprise visit. But then again, I have to be on campus on Monday, so maybe not that surprising. Um, but I will try and like, oh yeah, come on by. If you're a City Tech student, this should be a blast. So we are taking out the mascot outfit out of the closet, and I'm not telling you who, except for one person. I'm going to try and like get in there as a mascot. So if you want to take pictures with City Tech's mascot, come on down and you may be surprised to find it's not me. Or you may be surprised to find out equally that it is me. You never know unless you show. Um, so CCSD had its honorary awards ceremony this evening, and that was pretty much a blast as always. So, that out the way, Let's talk about things CUNY wide. USS still does not have a chair. And what's the solution? Certain amount of people just want to sue the university. And I don't mean the students who think it's unfair we don't have a chair, but I won't say who. But I'm just done. No, seriously, the politics is unbelievable. You would think with people who are over a certain age that they actually acclimated and acquired the skill to sit down and have a mature conversation about some very sketchy and very over the top issues that happen at this level of college life, but apparently not. Um, so I'm kind of disappointed. I was looking to come into a USS that was highly, not so much united, but conducive to a wholesome work environment. And again, I'm not gonna name names. I won't. You know, seriously. If I go on, I could go on forever. But I won't. I'll just say they're what you fundamentally get at this level is a series of clicks. And it reminds me a lot of junior high school or like high school than anything else. It's like, seriously? That's like messed up. Like, haven't you outgrown this? I guess not. But yeah, it's sort of like that. And some of the stuff is really bad locker room attitudes. Like I I don't know what's happened. I really don't. It's seriously messed up. But yeah, so if a lot of you are wondering why USS seems to be like half doing, half dragging its heels, it's not anyone's fault. It's just this like huge setup that is failing the student. And I really think people have to get together and finally act in the unified interest of the collective CUNY student body. And that includes the most marginalized and the ones that have the least resources. This stuff of like make up clicks, it doesn't work. So I want to go from that because that's sort of a depressing topic and it really doesn't fit my MO. So transphobes are on the rise. No, I'm just kidding. I don't want to go there. So yeah, so on a positive note, it is I'd say about a week till we have the Samsung S22 out there. Well, wait. Oh, yeah, probably a little over a week because we're coming to the end of the month now, and Samsung will introduce around February 9th. So we should be expecting word from Korea then. Um, and yeah, it should be like this should be like bleeding edge, and the S22 Ultra will be the better marriage of the old Ultra line plus the old Note line. So we'll get the combination of the two. I think also the fact that February introduces the C Fold and C Flip lines should be really interesting. I'm really but the one thing I want to talk about is like this rollable one they have out that they were making such a big deal of. Uh, the like pre the concept like marketing or whatever it was video a lot of these channels was sharing was like that does look intriguing. I won't lie. Um. So yeah, I'm like Let's take bets on when that's gonna come out. That should be fun. Um, More than that, let's see. What could I say? It's like 2022 is gonna be a crazy year. I'm just leaving that out there. People think we've seen the end of it by January. Don't know a damn thing. So we already have the Supreme Court basically said schools can't enforce mask mandates. And then, on top of it, the Attorney General basically gave New York State a stay where it can enforce mask mandates. So it's going to be a funny time, to say the least. And the reason I mention this is it's going to be really interesting the way things build up, because I guarantee you we're going to start having people come at the edges who just want to make a name for themselves or something. And this is what they're going to use. We're going to have a lot of boiling around the rim. You know, it's a closed pot, hot water, flames on high. We're going to see some action. But that isn't the only thing. So Florida is passing a law, or attempting to. It's called the don't it's it's nicknamed the Don't Say Gay bill. So what it is that Florida is looking to outlaw this speaking. Okay, Florida is looking to outlaw students from speaking on LGBTQ or gender identity issues, including their own personal issues, in public school settings. Now, this is a problem, and I think it's a problem for a lot of people, but I think a lot of people are clear why. But for those who don't know, let me explain why. The reason why this is a problem is because many children can't express themselves. Many young adults who are 15, 16, 17, coming of age can't express themselves in their home life. So, what this does, if there's any mention of it, a student can't mention it to a teacher. And if a teacher overhears it, they have to report it to the parent. Excuse me. Did I hear myself correct? Yes, I did. This is a great danger. And I don't even have to get into the half of why, because, let's be honest, if what happens at a student's home life gets reported to homophobic, transphobic, whatever phobic you want to call it, parents, that puts those children in danger. And let's be honest, that's what this prick DeSantos, ooh, did I say that? Yes, I did. That's what he wants. And I think we need to talk about this, because this also goes to the root of what all these legal challenges are really about. Take away what a woman can do with a body. Take away safe spaces in schools for students who are otherwise had dangerous home lives. Are we beginning to see the pattern here? This is about taking away everyone's civil rights. It's not just about the speech. You limit the speech. You limit the way public perception is. You control the way the things go. We saw this in Kyle Rittenhouse, because no one could say victim, like they were victims. He killed them, they were victims. That's what victim means, quite literally and quite legally. So by changing that direction, he changed the course of an otherwise clear legal proceeding. Think about it. They're not dumb. They know this is how it works. So when they make this, they're thinking somehow this will bring at least part of marriage equality or part of people versus loving or part of Brown versus the Board of Education back to the Supreme Court so it could be stricken down. And when it's stricken down and they get what they want, that's the key, then we lose rights. We all lose rights. Because that's how this works. All these things are building blocks, and you start taking away the ones on bottom. It's like those sand blocks in Minecraft. Everything starts falling. So, yeah, we are literally there. So, honestly speaking, I hope enough people who are grown and who are queer, especially like in most times, I'm just gonna come out and say this: the facto South Beach gay community keeps to itself. I'm hoping they get out and they get a big floating block to vote against this and to rally against this because they need to. This is just like too overboard. I'm sorry. Um, because next they'll be deconstructing their own gods, Reagan's acts against like child abuse. Like seriously, they're that backwards. They're uh, I can't. I can't at this point. Mind blown. Um, it's that laughable. But in either case, yeah, so this is a really serious implication um on the rights and not just of LGBTQ people because when you limit those rights, you're sort of taking part that one block and then you can get to a block that's beneath it. Then you take that apart and it'll be a lot harder for us to build back up if this system is followed. Aside from that, we got a snowstorm tomorrow. At least if you're in the Northeast, and I'm in New York. So Friday, we are going to see snow. Do I mean snow? Yes, I mean snow. And if you don't think I'm serious, you better think again. I mean, we are seeing snow on Friday. You people better get ready for this one. All right, with that being said, I think good night's in order. Okay, everyone, have a good one and enjoy the snow. And if it's a foot and schools are closed on Monday, cutie, um, one can help at this point. I know it's the first day of school for me, but anyway, everyone have a good night, a good weekend, and stay warm, stay safe. And if you're going to play in the snow, tell me where to find you. I'll come at you. Take care.